Hello, my fellow Lakers, newcomers, and passerbys, and welcome back to some more Scum Leaks. We are back on Tommy's page. He's a co-founder and creative director at Gamepires. And one thing I want to announce real quick is that I have not been playing the game for a little bit. I have taken a break to kind of chill and, kind of get my blood pumping a little bit. When you play games too long, you kind of get bored and, it just is what it is. Anyways, but I'm still keeping up with the game. I'm still keeping up with this. With all this new stuff that's coming out, and I am sure ready and still hold true to the fact that this game is going to be a very amazing game when it's all said and done. So let's go ahead and go over the leaks that I did miss for a while. So August 27th, we have a new POI that said will be out in about 2 weeks. I think it's been like a week since then, so about maybe a week from now. As you can see, it looks like another castle kind of. You got the stairs going up. In the background right there, and we already got 2 other castles on the map, so that'd be pretty cool. But it looks like it's like in a town, like there's a town built around the castle, which is pretty interesting. Or it might be some kind of like historical museum thing, or just like an old wall or something. I don't know, could be anything. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is showing basically players being able to actually switch seats in a vehicle. So even though the animation's a little weird because he's holding the steering wheel when you switch seats, you could tell that this is basically a guy switching seats in a vehicle. I don't think you're going to be able to switch into the back seat, but the fact that you can switch into the passenger seat is pretty cool. So instead of getting out of the car and having to run all the way around, you could just switch over from driver to passenger and boom, done. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. And this is actually a very, very big leak. This is car upgrades. Yeah, remember when I was talking about modularity to cars? This is it. So you have about 10 ways you can mod your vehicle from these notes right here. And these are notes, by the way. It doesn't look like that they've actually implemented these fully into the game as of yet. But it does look like this was like their idea board and what we can do with it. So they have up to 10 mods. So they have the front door mods, rear doors, trunk, hood, roof, engine, front bumper, rear bumper, license plates, and the rear seats. So what it says right here is that you will find car wreckages around the map. All right. And it will be like they'll look like the pictures you can see in the car upgrades. It will have wheels, an interior, and a roof. So that is what you'll find. But all the other parts are upgradable and will be for you to actually put in the car and mod the car for yourself. So you can look for the original parts and you can build their car as it was released from a factory, and then you can upgrade those parts with crafted armor or can additional fuel tanks, LMG, clan flags. So basically this is what it's going to look like. So for your front doors, you can do 2 things here. You can armor them with an armor tier 1, but it doesn't cover the windows, or you can armor them with tier 2, which does cover the windows, but it'll stop you from leaning out the windows. Same with the rear doors, same exact thing. With the trunk is kind of the same, but with an extra thing. Not only can you armor it, both tier 1 and tier 2, but you can also add additional fuel and water tanks, but you'll lose about 2/3 of your storage. You can also put stuff on the hood, which can be upgraded with a clan flag or additional storage, which is pretty darn cool. And the clan flag is just like aesthetic modularity, which is something that I've always wanted in the game. Period. Just because it's really good for not only RPs but for PvP and just having fun, having your own little signal, showing territory and stuff. So you also have the roof, which can be upgraded with roof racks, which additional storage, and then you have additional fuel and water tanks. But if you do that with your roof, then you will lose the rear seats. Period. You can also have your clan flag, police lights and siren, which I know a lot of people want, loudspeakers and additional lights. You also have the engine, which can be upgraded into a turbocharger, or you can change the engine between a V6 or a V8, and then a supercharger. Front bumper, which can be upgraded with wired spikes reinforcements, cattle pusher, bull bar, and additional lights. Now, I don't know if you can add these all at once, or if it's something that's kind of like it's one or the other, but it'd be really nice if you could add additional lights along with wired spiked reinforcements, or you could do a cattle pusher with additional lights. And wire spiked reinforcement. That'd be pretty cool, but I guess we're gonna have to see and find out. You also have the rear bumper, which you can add a bicycle rack. Simple stuff. Maybe down the line they'll add some kind of trap thing where you can like have this thing where you pull like a wire and it like lets nails out the back of your bumper. I don't know. And then you can also do the license plate, but it doesn't really say. It looks like it kind of skips that. I'm guessing the license plate can be upgraded with a personal license plate logo. Period. Then you have the back seats. So you can put a standing slot where a player can actually stand in the back seat, but you will lose the rear seat and all roof upgrades. But he'll be able to stand in the back seat and shoot his weapon. Now you can also add an MG to that little hole you put in your roof or in your back seats as well. And there you go. The same thing though, you lose your rear seats and all roof upgrades. But the fact that you can even put it as a machine gun on top of your car, dude, that's pretty awesome. You can also add additional fuel tanks, but you'll lose the rear seats. And then you can also add a prisoner's cage, which I kind of wish they would rework the whole prisoner thing. If a person's knocked out, you should be able to tie them up, put them in the your car in your prisoner's cage, and drive off. Obviously, they still have the ability to try to escape. And also, they can still try to they can kill themselves by bashing their head up against a wall or something like that. But while the character is within, you know, like I really wish there was a way like you could hold on to a character's hands while you walk them. You know what I mean? So it kind of forces them to walk in the direction that you're walking, unless they struggle, and then they can sit there and try to struggle. But anyways. Then you also have other stuff that they talked about actually putting in the game, which or into the mods, which turn on and off engine to ride in stealth mode, keys for cars, hot wiring a car, fire extinguisher, manual shifting with clutch, paint jobs, better suspension, ignition traps and alarms, trailer for boats and bikes, towing vehicles, AC unit heat, GPS tablet, winch, and then spikes on wheels and flamethrowers. That would be pretty cool stuff, but that's all. Ideas, question marks, we don't really know. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is these construction vehicles that they look like they'll be adding to the game. So on the right side, there is a perfectly good version of it, and on the left side, right here, is a really messed up version of it. And it does say, what if you could actually operate these vehicles? That would be really cool if you could operate these vehicles and mod them like a tad bit. That'd be really, really nice. They wouldn't have much use except for like maybe these dump trucks can probably go to a gravel pit and get that, and we'll go to the next picture here. Same thing, these are steamrollers, so they're just little fun little things you could play with and ride around with. They're slow, don't really do much, but hey, whatever. They could be super armored vehicles that can supply a little bit of damage when you run things over. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you can run over mines with this thing. That would be pretty cool. This you can actually run over mines, and they don't really like they damage a vehicle, but not a lot, not like it would a vehicle with tires on it. And then you also have the bulldozer, which I think would be pretty cool if you could like backhoe like wooden bases or something like that. Like if you pull this up to the back of a wooden base and you just backhoe the shit out of it, it does major damage, but it doesn't do damage to brick or concrete. Which I mean, in reality, I'm pretty sure it would, but you know what I mean. Or if this could actually like clear out debris, that would be interesting as well. If like there's like a debris field with like say you're trying to build a base and there's a bunch of bushes in the way and logs and stuff. If this thing could push it all out of the way and it automatically takes them, it automatically destroys all of it. So that way you can have a way to build your base. That'd be pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know. Like it would have to be put in like construction zones for certain reasons, certain uses for the game. And then this is for pallets. So, you know, think about it, what you could do with it as you will. I'm assuming that you'd be able to like pick up like pallets of resources, or maybe you can make storage, like really heavy storage things for concrete and stuff, or building supplies. But the only way they can be moved is with these. Or I don't know, the mech suits that they're coming out with in the game. Maybe you can move the mech suits with these things. That would be pretty cool. Anyways, but it would be nice just to ride them around, even if you don't add modularity to them, because they look fun, really cool. And then we also have this Volkswagen right here, and it looks to be a 1991 Volkswagen, and it's pretty darn cool. This is all the modularity stuff for the Volkswagen. This is the reference that they're taking it off of, and this is what they're working on in the game. And I'm assuming that this is basically showing that all the parts that you're going to be able to mod and all the parts that you're not going to be able to mod, that's what that little list there is. And each one of those lists have different layers. I'm assuming that probably have the, you know, if you were to do this, and this is what it's going to look like. If you were to do this, this is what that's going to look like. So it's just layers to each mod. I don't really know for sure though. I mean, to be honest, I have no idea what any of this means, but that's just my assumption based on what I'm seeing here, and what I know about art, I guess, because that's what they do with, you know, when you do art, you just layer everything on digital art and, you know, all that stuff. So I'm just assuming this is the same thing but with programming. I don't know. I really don't know, but I just thought I'd show you guys this. And then we're going to move on to the next thing, which is actually very interesting. This is the double barrel shotgun. As you can see here. Here we go. Try to get some noise to that. It's just the reloading. There's really no noise to it, not much of it at all. But as you can see, it's really cool. You put the thing in there and boom, you fire. He's already got one bullet in there, so he doesn't have to put the other one in. But this is the double barrel shotgun. That is really, really cool. I don't know much to say. Just more weapons. More weapons are good for everything. I'd also like to say that this game is coming out with a lot of things, and this game is going to start really pumping out some really amazing updates here soon. And the reason why I know that is because for me personally, the modularity updates for base building and for vehicles, for me, that's fucking huge. Like the things that you can do with that, like you can spend, like right now you spend a while making your bases anyways, right? But now you could be spending fucking days making your bases with the way you can mod them, and you can mod them in such ways that they can look like other things like skyscrapers, or you can mod them in ways that they can look like fucking I don't know, freaking churches or whatever you want them to look like, you know, just like a shack building or a concrete building. You upgrade the walls. You can, if you're a huge PvPer, you want to layer your base, you can layer the base so you can have walls, and then you have actual walls to your base, so you're not stuck building these pre-built cabins everywhere, which are just, they're nice, but they're boring. They need to be taken out of the game. They need to be changed. But I like the whole modularity idea better. Way better. I'm sorry, I got the hiccups, guys. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. So I really do hope you guys enjoy the day, and I will get back into Scum fairly soon. But as of right now, I need to take a break. I don't want to burn myself out too much. I am going to keep up with the updates. I am going to keep up with all this stuff, so that way you guys can watch it and enjoy it as well. Other than that, though, I really do hope you guys enjoy your day, and I am out.